Hi, I'm Jeff, and I'm a therapist.
And I'm Tyler, and I'm a patient.
We're going to talk about trauma, healing, and everything. Everything is traumatic.
Hello, good morning, good evening, good night, good midday, good evening. I said good evening. Distinguished guests and listeners, thank you for tuning in to Everything is Traumatic. We already did the names and stuff. We got kind of cursed last recording, Jeff, by a certain Mr. Dasher. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yes. Mr. Dasher erased our podcast that we recorded.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this was the one that was going to get us the Pulitzer. The podcast Pulitzer they have. That's a new Pulitzer they created.
Isn't that just called like a streamy? No, I guess the Pulitzer Prize for podcasting. That sounds way funner.
PPP is what they call it.
The triple P.
The triple P. Yeah, I feel like it was our Citizen Khan.
Is that how you pronounce it?
I'm not sure. Is it Khan or Kane?
I always said Kane. Because like you wouldn't call our mayor Khan.
No, he's the county mayor. You got the city mayor and the county mayor, and so the city mayor can like speak and read. County mayor, a wrestler. He may be able to read. I don't know. He's just really tall.
He is. He's pretty big. But that's not what we're talking about today, is it, Jeff?
We're not talking about Khan.
We're not talking about Khan. We're not talking about Mr. Dasher. We're not going to talk about that episode because it's gone to the fabrics of time. It was just that moment of me and Jeff talking, and it was kind of nice.
Yeah. We bonded a little bit.
We got the bond, and it wasn't recorded, and that's like that's rare.
Yeah,
all of our moments of bonding is recorded for you guys, which reminds me of a certain shout out we need to give to our certain top fan.
We definitely need to reach out to our top fan, and her name is
Tiffany.
Tiffany. Is it Tiffany? Is that her full?
Tiffany. No way. Tiffany. It's Tiffy. Let us know.
She goes by Tiffy, but yeah. So Mrs. Let's just say Miss. Let's not even say that. Let's just say Tiffy Stallsworth.
Should we say the full name? We're going to dox her like that?
Oh, I'm so sorry. we have to beat that out. Bleep that out. We just doxed somebody.
I don't know.
I think she wants to be known. I think she is a talented producer, director.
Mm-hmm.
She is partner with the very talented Jameson Stallsworth.
I'm going to dox him too.
Who is a legend in the local film scene.
That's right. We're going to talk about it for a second. We're going to mention the locals.
Yeah. And these are some of the impressive people that occasionally we get to hang out with. So, but she's always talking about us doing a shout out, and we keep telling her we're going to do one. It's just we haven't got to that releasing that episode.
That episode hasn't came out yet. So by the time this one comes out, we've like shouted her out like almost every recording we've done since like the 12th or 13th.
It's been like 6 or something that we've done.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. I don't know if that's like if it has been 6, but it feels like it's been 6. I think it's just going to be the way that we do things. We're just going to, and if you guys want to get shouted out, let us know, and we'll dox you.
I don't know if everybody in pod world understands how this works, but we are actually recording this at a time before this is released. Mm-hmm. So it's like being recorded before we release it. It's not live.
Right.
I didn't know if people knew that about podcasts.
I mean, every podcast is kind of different. I just found that this is the way that works for me in order to kind of keep up with keeping on a weekly release. It's good to be a few ahead.
But just to give you a kind of a concept of when this was recorded, it's Christmas time right now.
It is Christmas time. Merry Christmas, Jeff.
Yeah, it's right smack dab in the middle of Christmas.
This is actually our wrap-up episode, isn't it?
Yeah, and we left our families. We said, "Oh, we're gonna leave Christmas dinner and we're gonna go do a podcast for our fans,
our friends,
our very
fans.
very loyal fans that have taken some time to listen to us.
Our trauma maniacs or trauma
mania. I like that. Our TMs.
Our TMs.
Yes.
Well, it's been kind of like a rainy day
today. Yeah.
And I know like we've kind of talked earlier today and you were like, I just love the rain. And I do love the rain as well, but not if I don't have to do. If I don't have to do anything, then I love the rain. If I have to be out in the rain, then I don't want to be out in the rain.
Sometimes we would talk about traumatic things, but one of the best, in my mind, one of the best things is a cool day, not a cold day, but a cool day and a rain and a nap. So you open the window so you can hear the rain, and you just take a nap to the sound of the rain, and you smell that fresh rain smell, the rain
musk.
Yeah. The rain musk. Yes. It's just one of the most sublime, wonderful moments in life is just that rain nap.
Oh yeah. It really is. And I know I mentioned earlier about like the human moments that matter and like the empathy, but I also think it's moments like that just kind of, you can't beat that. It doesn't have to be a human interaction. You're interacting with nature.
Yeah, it's just amazing. So that reminds me of being a kid and going out in the snow, and you get really wet and cold. You got your mittens on and whatever, and then you come in, you jump in the shower, you take a shower, and then you get under your warm sheets.
Ooh, yeah.
And it feels so good. I mean, you change your clothes, you get into dry clothes, and then you get under those sheets and you warm up. That's another one of those just like best moments.
Ooh.
To savor.
One of the things that I think I really like is like that first cup of coffee where it's like super warm in your hand and like steaming, and you're just kind of like holding it with both hands. Your hands are kind of cold, so like it warms up a little on the mug, and you just fucking throw it on your face. That's one of my favorite sensations, 100%.
Yeah, it just burns. It burns so good.
That just like it really perks you up. I don't know if I have a drinking problem or if I'm drinking coffee wrong, but that's one of my favorite sensations.
Another moment that is just one of those, when I used to be in the Boy Scouts,
right?
When you go camping and you're in your tent, you're cold, you haven't slept well, but somebody's up and you smell coffee and you smell bacon.
Something about like food and water, like while camping. I don't know if it just like taps into like our inner fucking Neanderthal or instincts but it's just like, it's so much better. It's so much.
We used to just make these little, it was like you cut a potato in half, you cut an onion in half, and you cut up a carrot, and then you put a beef hamburger patty, and you wrapped it in foil, and you just stuck it in the coals of the fire. And then you'd unwrap that thing, and half the stuff would be uncooked, and half of it would be burned. But it was just so delicious. Man. It's like we cooked a meal in the fire.
Man, ashes. When I went camping with Ken, that shit was bomb. I love like the state of mind you get when you're camping.
Yeah.
You kind of like, you stop looking at your phone, and like you're kind of like you said, like you're like rested, but you're not like well rested. Again, it's like that instinct kicks in when it's like you can't get too comfy. You're in nature.
Well, it's everything slows down.
Everything does slow down.
And then like, your brain, like if you're out in the middle, like if I'm at home, I'll just doom scroll. If you're out somewhere where there's no internet, no electricity, when it gets dark, you go to sleep. or you go at least go in your tent. You might have a fire, but it's just like you don't have the artificial lights to keep you artificially awake. You just body just is like it's
time to
dark.
rest.
There's nothing to do. I'm going to sleep.
Yeah. At least, or like, if you're hanging around the fire, that's what helps to like know how to play an instrument too. Like that'll keep you.
That's true.
That old school entertainment, just an acoustic guitar by the fire and hearing Wonderwall trying to be played.
Yeah, a little Wonderwall. The Bears love Wonderwall. The Bears just come from everywhere to hear the people around the fire play Wonderwall.
That's why there's so many bear attacks. They keep playing fucking Wonderwall, dude.
So when I was a teenager, I guess maybe a preteen, 10 to 14 was probably when I was in Scouts. We went on a hike somewhere, and we woke up. We had several tents around, but it was me and this other guy I know in the tent, and we woke up, and there was a skunk trying to get in our tent through the little, like the place where you zip down, but it wasn't totally closed. And so he got up, the skunk got in, my friend got up, zipped the thing down, and started hitting the sides of the tent. I guess to get me sprayed by the skunk.
But, okay.
But he didn't spray it. He didn't spray me. I mean, we were kids. So we got out, and then the skunk got out. But it was just like, that's the kind of stuff that happens when you go camping. Skunks get in your tent. Snakes get in your pants. You have sex with a very, very sensitive foreign student who's over, comes skiing down the mountain and like runs into you and breaks her leg, and you have to like push your leg back together, and then you end up making love under the starlight.
What kind of badge do you earn for that?
You earned the I don't know.
You got the making love under the stars passionately badge, son. You're an Eagle Scout now.
You're a man.
So Jeff, are you an Eagle Scout? Did you do the whole thing?
No. I got a life. I got life, which is the one below it. As we have talked about, I'm not much of a planner, and I don't really like to. I'm not a detail person. And so for the Eagle Scout, you have to do a project, some sort of project, and you have to get it approved. And I think I was getting to be like 14-ish, and it was like, I don't want to spend. And there was there's a time thing between each batch. So like to get between Eagle and Life, you have to wait like 6 months. So it's like that keeps you from just getting it like all in one day. So no, I never got my Eagle, and I don't regret that. I feel like
you did your time.
I mean, I think Ted Bundy was a Eagle Scout. So I mean, what does that say?
I was just I didn't mean to bring up these bad memories, Jeff. I'm just fucking.
No. No, I'm proud of my. I had Scouts was a good experience for me. I have fond memories of the Boy Scouts, and I have no complaints about my experience with the Boy Scouts. So these are good memories.
That was bad squeaky memories. Tyler.
Yeah. Except for the sodomization by the Scout leaders.
Besides the sodomy?
Yeah, the sodomy was.
I mean, that part I thought was like kind of like the real reason people signed up for Boy Scouts. I thought.
I was young when I was in the Boy Scouts, but I did not see any creepy. There were no creepy people that I was aware of. Nobody that I was around. Yeah, they were good people. Good people. It's interesting because Cub Scouts, you had den mothers. And then when you got into Webelos, which I don't think they even have anymore, they were male or female. And then when you got to Boy Scouts, they only allowed male leaders and only males to be Boy Scouts. They've changed that now. A girl can be a Boy Scout or a Scout, which I think is great.
They're like, it's the Boy Scouts, not People Scouts.
Yeah. Right. They used to have this thing called Explorers. which was sort of 18 plus. So like if you hadn't had enough scouting early in your life, you could continue scouting, and that was co-ed. But that was because you were all over
like
18,
scouts,
I guess.
Like remedial.
Yeah. Explorer Scouts.
Sounds like you weren't good enough to be an Eagle Scout. So you had to take these little preliminary fucking get these preliminary badges.
I think the Explorers was sort of like a swinging part of the Scouts, where you like sort of you had the males and your females, and you go into the mountains, so and you know, go into a cave.
Swingers is what you're telling me. The Swinger Scouts.
Yeah, the Swinger Scouts. Were you in any organizations growing up?
Oh no. I mean, I played basketball for Friendsville when I was a kid, and I did one day of football, and then I found out that you guys had to like tackle each other, and I wasn't into that idea.
Yeah, that's horrible.
So no, my like extracurricular activities as a kid at least were like video games, and like I would read and like draw sometimes, but it was mostly like video games and cartoons and shit. And then as I got older and like high school, I did drama. So yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Did you do camping? Did you ever go camping when you were growing up?
A couple of times when I was growing up, and I actually chipped my tooth that way by camping. Because where we camped at, there was the lake, and then there was like this I guess it was just like this little ramp that goes into the lake, and it'd get like all like algaed up, and I was walking out from swimming in the lake, and then like I just slipped and like face planted and like chipped my tooth. Yeah.
Ouch.
So there's actually like I think it's either like the tooth to it's one of my front teeth. One of my front teeth is like chipped, but it has like this little filling that's at the tip of it now.
You know, when I was growing up, camping was fun. Now camping seems like horrific to me.
Work. It sounds like work.
A cabin is different. Like I'd be in like a cabin in the woods, or like you could go in a camper, but putting up a tent and lying on the ground does not sound
Ken
fun
set
to me.
The fuck up when we went camping, man. Like I had like the word is like eluding me. I can't even fucking think of it, but it's essentially like
was it a yurt?
What the hell's a yurt?
A yurt is like some kind of camping tent or something.
But it's just like I see. No, it wasn't a yurt. It wasn't like the fancy tent, but I was like raised up from the ground. So I wasn't sleeping on the ground, and I had like my blanket, couple blankets as like padding. Yeah.
That's the secret. You can't be lying on the ground because it is miserable. So we used to have air mattresses, you know, which are basically those floats like you float on in the pool, but they would always leak. And so you'd start off and you're like, oh, I'm off the ground. And by the end of it, like there'd be a rock in your anus.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it'd just be that
sucks. What was the weirdest thing you've ever slept on, Jeff? That's not one of the questions, but I was just curious.
Okay, that's not okay. I've slept on the ground, like just on the ground. I've slept in a car.
Okay, let me reframe the question.
I don't know.
Like what have you ever had something that was like a non-traditional bed that's, you know, for a period of time that you've slept on? What is the oddest one of those? Or have you always kind of had a bed?
Probably. I've always had some sort of bed, but when we went to scout camp, you slept on a cot, which was sort of, so it was wooden.
It was fucking cot.
It had wood. It was wooden, and it might have had like springs in it, and they had these mattresses that lay down on them, and then you would put your sleeping bag on top of it. Some people would bring a sheet to cover the mattress because the mattresses were used by everybody. But I just would you just get in the sleeping bag and put it on the mattress. So it's not really unusual, but that was sort of fun when you're 10, it's like, it's an adventure. We're in the wilderness. And like now I'm like, how many people have slept on this? How, what is it
Oh, that's
infested
funny.
with?
My weirdest
Yeah.
thing was I used to sleep on a giant beanbag chair. Like this thing was massive. It was big enough. It was big enough
Oh,
to
that sounds
fully sleep
nice.
in. Yeah, it was nice for a little bit, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. Like you get sunked in. It was good.
So did you used to have sleepovers? Do you ever have a
Yeah.
sleepover or go to a
Yeah.
sleepover when you were growing up?
I did have sleepovers. I went to sleepovers, and whenever I'd go to a sleepover, I would get really anxious and I'd want to go home. So
Mm. Yeah, I was a pretty anxious kid. But it's like we would go to people's houses and you would like watch TV till really late and then everyone would just sort of sleep on the
mhm.
floor wherever. And that at the time that was so fun. It's like this was awesome. But then now to me, just like being on the floor with like 8 people in the room, that sounds horrible.
So do you wanna jump into this segment that I want to do?
Yeah, yeah. Do you want to set it up in any way?
Yeah, I'll set it up. So the
Okay,
other
yeah.
night I took this what is called a moral foundations test. I can read this little excerpt if you want. That gives you kind of I can't pronounce these scientists' names.
That
Basically, it's
doesn't
like
matter.
researchers and scholars from all over the world have coverage. They're trying to find the framework of like where the moral compasses kind of lie. It's, it
Okay.
studies morality, ethics, psychology, politics, and in an effort to understand human behavior better and individual differences more in depth. So that's like the it's okay, here we go. It does get so these are the things that are we're looking for. It's going to be scoring you in care, fairness, loyalty, authority, purity, and liberty. So,
Interesting. So Tyler and I talked a little bit about this before in the pre-show in the green room. We
yeah.
talked a little bit about this. And so what we're going to do is he's going to ask me these questions. Have
I
you already
have.
taken this?
Yeah,
You
but
have your
I
score.
think I might have gotten rid of it by accident.
Oh, well, that's okay. But anyway, he's going to ask me these questions, but we are not going to give my score until next episode. So it
Yeah,
gives you a
that's
little
right.
cliffhanger at the end to actually see if I'm what kind of
Yeah, we're
horrible
gonna
person I
see.
am
And I do
when it comes to
remember like some of
morality.
my things. Like I know what I scored like 100% on and stuff like that. So
Yeah, and then we'll talk about it next time. We'll talk about morality.
next episode with these results. So and this question, and this is the thing. This is why I wanted to do it with Jeff is because like when I took this last night, some of these questions are fucking wild.
And I'm going into this blind. We discussed whether I should know what's happening. I do not know what these
That's
questions are going to be. I have absolutely no idea. So this is just going to be real sort of live me taking a test that will possibly change my life.
maybe. Am I are you and again, so how Jeff is gonna answer is it's a scale between okay and not okay with the statement. And there's yeah, there's and of course there's three levels to that. There's like kind of okay, okay, and then like strongly okay. You know what I mean? Like tests like that.
Okay.
Like
So
kind
three okays.
strongly
It's
or
either
not strongly, and
strongly.
then middle. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So the
Gotcha.
first question.
Okay. All right.
Oh, this while on a live on air TV show, a man kills a baby rabbit with a knife.
And my answers are which of the three? I mean, three options.
Well, technically six. So you're either strongly okay with that, you're okay with that, or kind of okay with that, or you're strongly not okay with that.
I I am at the
Okay.
highest level of not okay with that there is.
I mostly answer these just as okay, not okay, but some people are a little in the middle, can be in the middle. So I wanted to.
Okay, I'll do okay, not okay. Yeah, or
Yeah, okay,
neutral.
yeah, and we'll determine on that. Okay, next question. Jane's boss calls all of his employees by their first names, but does not allow any of them to call him by his first name. When Jane insists that it must be a two-way street, he fires her.
That's not okay.
I didn't think that was okay either. Doing good so far, Jeff. When a homeless man asks Matt for spare change, Matt keeps on walking and says, "Don't talk to me, loser."
That's not okay.
It's no. See, like this question, this quiz, or this.
I mean, if he just kept walking, I would be okay with that.
But he had to make it. Yeah.
But the loser part, that's where he loses me. Okay. Not okay.
In sex education class, the students are asked to inflate a condom with their mouth.
I don't have a problem with that.
You're okay with that?
I'm okay with that.
Okay. With their mouth. Why are they okay to inflate it with their mouth?
I mean, it's just like it's not a used condom, right?
No, it just says inflate a condom.
I'm okay with that. I mean,
okay.
I mean, you're teaching, you were trying to tell people how that works, or whatever. I'm okay with that. I don't have a problem with that.
Why? Okay. I'm just curious because it's like, when do you need to like inflate a condom? I'm going to go ahead and like skip past the question so you can't takesy backsies.
I mean, I have no idea why you would inflate a condom, but I'm not. I am not outraged by that.
Okay.
In any way, I'm okay with that.
Okay. Okay. So Emma and Cindy are summer interns at Chris's office. Emma does slightly better than Cindy, and at the end of the summer, there is only one job opening. But Chris gives it to Cindy because he finds her more attractive.
Yeah, that's not okay.
When Carl's soccer team is squaring off against the team of another nation, he sings along to the other team's national anthem instead of his own.
I don't have a problem with that.
Don't have a problem with that. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Tom and Linda have been dating for almost a year. Since they've never agreed to be exclusive, Tom sleeps with other women without telling Linda.
Yeah, that's not okay.
That's not okay. See, Jeff, I feel like you're answering these just like me, honestly.
I mean, that's a harder one because they haven't really stated it, but it feels like they would need to talk about that, right?
I mean, yeah, that's something you
should. He should communicate that. Like, are we exclusive or not? I mean, he would need to ask that question instead of just assuming.
Yeah, he's like, I got to ask to tap. I mean, can I do that or can I not? I get it.
Yeah,
and maybe she's the same way. She's like, I got asked to tap.
Yeah, it's like, I've been fucking your friends for a week. It's okay. Yeah, I just feel like that's not all right.
Okay. A pair of parents. Oh, that's prickly. A pair of parents read about the exotic delicacies of Africa and the Far East. In the coming week, they serve dog meat to their children.
Yeah, so they're American. They're
yeah.
I feel like that is not okay. But I will preface this by saying I don't feel like it's wrong to eat dog meat in certain cultures. I feel like you got to survive, you got to live, and so you eat what you can eat. But I'm not for eating dog. I'm just saying we need to be careful about telling what other people could eat. I don't like that idea of no, it's not okay.
Right. No, that makes sense. And like, you shouldn't have just I don't want to eat dog either. I would try it maybe. I don't know.
I mean, yeah.
When Kelly asks Steven out on a date, he sneers and says, like I'm going to date a woman who looks like my overweight bulldog.
Is that really a question?
That's really, yep. That's
not okay.
Not okay. I know, right? Okay. Here we go. Okay. Using both a condom and the pill, a brother and a sister decide that they want to sleep with each other just once to see what it would be like.
Man, these questions, some of these are, I would say it's not okay. Not okay. I mean, there's a lot of things with that, like how old are they? Yeah, not okay. Let's just go there.
No, some of these questions.
I mean, there's so many like possible. Yeah.
Yeah, like
not okay. Not okay.
Because these, and this is what I think is like kind of the flaw with the test. But I mean, I don't know. Because it is so generalized. It's not.
Yes.
Context.
It's not a good idea for a brother and sister to ever be together. There's so many like possible problems there. It's just not okay.
Yeah. Okay. This is question 11 out of 36. This is how
right.
far we're in. So
yeah, we're doing great.
We're doing great. This might be a little long haul episode, but I'm okay with that.
That's okay. We're doing great. I'm excited.
You feeling good, Jeff? Do you feel like your morality?
I'm feeling good so far.
Yeah.
So far, I'm feeling good. I think I've gotten them all right.
Well, we'll find out.
Yes.
Jack and Will are classmates. Will's father is a lawyer. When he picks up Will from school, he refuses to say hi to Jack's father because he is only a janitor.
Yeah, that's not okay.
That's not okay. Okay. Some men have a private all-male club, and feminists take them to court demanding that they open it up to women.
I mean, yeah, I'm okay with somebody suing somebody. I don't know why you would sue somebody, but I'm okay with that.
So wait, so you're okay with that? Yeah.
I'm okay with the feminists suing the all male club.
Okay.
Because we live in a patriarchy, and so like, you know, I don't really have a huge opinion on that, but I'm not offended when somebody sues for access to something.
Yeah. Okay. Bob and Pam.
That's where I went off the deep end. That's where I started getting them wrong.
That's when Jeff started going downhill.
That started going dark.
Okay, so Bob and Pam are siblings. Bob is given $10 by his father and is told to distribute it between them as he likes. Bob gives $1 to Pam and pockets the $9 himself.
Well, I mean, his dad said he could do whatever he wanted to with it. I don't think that's okay. I mean, like some of these are very like literalistic kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's okay. He should share the money.
Right. That's what I think too.
Yeah. I mean, he technically is doing what his father asked, but it's not okay.
Yeah. Morally.
Right. Yeah. This is a moral test. Okay. I forgot that. Yeah.
So the head of a public department says that. Oh, okay. The head of a public department. Fuck. I keep fucking this one up. I'm sorry, Jeff. The head of a public department says that none of her employees are allowed to smoke at all, not even in their free time.
Like at home?
Like not even in their free time. Yeah, not at home.
That's not okay.
That's not okay. Let the people smoke.
Yeah, we don't need to be telling people what to do in their free time.
Exactly. Tina promises her dying mother that she'll visit her grave once a month. After the mother has passed away, Tina finds it hard to squeeze in the time, and her visits drop to about once a year.
I don't have a problem with that.
I don't have a problem with that either.
Mom's dead. I mean, it's hard to go visit. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. That's okay.
Oh, see, these... A man orders a custom-built sex doll designed to look just like his niece.
Is what?
A man orders a custom-built sex doll designed to look just like his niece.
Oh, that's creepy. I'd say not okay.
I don't think that's okay either. Like, I get maybe the logic of like harm reduction, but
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, it's creepy.
That's
It's an
creepy.
odd thing
Yeah.
to do.
Okay, here we
Yeah.
go. Brian does not cooperate with law enforcement. Whenever he is pulled over, he refuses to answer questions, and he starts bickering with the officer about his rights.
It's totally okay.
Yeah, that's
He's a hero.
He's a hero. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay. Sarah gets drunk in a bar and makes out with two strangers at once.
I don't care.
Right.
Okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. As long as she is not being harmed in any way. Sounds like she's choosing to do this.
Yeah.
So, okay. Not a problem.
John's soccer coach decides that everyone on the team must wear black soccer shoes, but on the day of the match, John turns up in white soccer shoes instead.
The coach says everybody has to wear black and he shows up in white.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a problem with that. I don't care. Okay.
Yeah, see,
that's okay.
I didn't care about that.
Yeah.
When Lily tells her classmate Sue that it's her dream to be prom queen, Sue laughs out loud and says, "You're too ugly for that."
That's not okay.
It's not okay. She just lulls and just says you're ugly. That's mean.
Yeah, that's not all right.
Scott is hosting a dinner party. For dessert, he serves chocolate cake shaped to look like dog poop.
I mean, that's okay. I don't like that. I probably would not eat that. But I mean, sometimes people think that kind of stuff is amusing. I'm okay with that.
So this was the last question when I took it last night, and it just cracked me up because, like, wait, of course it's fine. Amy and Mia are co-workers. One day, Amy offers Mia to take one of her shifts, no strings attached, in quotation marks. Sometime later, Amy could really use someone to fill in for her, but Mia doesn't feel compelled because Amy's original offer had no strings attached.
I mean, I don't feel like that's okay. They should help each other out. There should be some reciprocity.
Yeah, not okay with that. In sex education class, the students are taught that since the sexes are equal, the girls should sleep with as many guys as they want without fear of being considered sluts.
That's like, okay, definitely okay.
Right. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just making the standards fair. But I could see a lot of people being like, well, they're teaching our kids sex. It's like, that's where they.
Yeah. I can see a lot of fundamentalist thinkers having trouble with this because of I could see people going, well, she said no strings attached. So the dad said he could distribute it however he wants to. So it's like looking at the
other side,
the literal reading of the law instead of looking at what should be happening.
Yeah, the bigger context.
Yeah, the bigger context. Yeah.
A group of parents concerned about their children's risk of obesity demand that the local store stop selling XL-sized candy bars and soft drinks.
I don't like that.
Right, that's not okay.
It's okay to advocate for somebody, but why are we affected? I mean, I don't like choices that are affecting people. Have to make their own decisions.
Exactly.
So it's okay if they want to do that. I don't think I just don't like people trying to control things like that.
Right. Yeah, I don't either. So not okay.
Yeah, let's say that.
Okay, I got 25. We're at 25 out of 36, Jeff. We're almost.
Okay, I'm going strong.
You are,
I'm getting
man.
stronger as we go.
Yeah, I can feel your strength. I can, I can
Yes.
feel it over the phone. I'm okay.
Yeah.
Let's just curve it at you, man. Let's keep it rolling. A man
Yep.
sets up a unlicensed medical practice, but makes all of his customers sign a contract acknowledging that he is not a licensed physician.
I don't think that's okay. I just don't feel like that's okay.
Just the sheer absurdity of some of these questions, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Tim asks his father for permission to stay out late because his classmates are throwing a party. When his dad refuses, Tim slams the door in his face.
That's okay.
That's okay.
No harm, no foul there,
no
buddy.
No harm, no foul there. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. So Tim can just buck up to old dad there.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. I chose not okay, but that's.
You said it's not okay for him to slam the door?
Yeah, because I feel like that's like a lack of respect thing for your parents, but also at the same time,
it is a lack of respect, but it's
someone not knowing how to fully express their emotions, and you need to be understanding of that too, because they are still developing.
Right. But he didn't hurt anybody. So, it's like he could have gone anyway. And I would say that's not okay. But so I'm okay with him slamming the door. There may be a consequence later.
Maybe. I don't know, man. That might cost you.
Yeah, it might cost him a lot. It might cost me. My morality just went down the
It could have. I don't know. Let's see though. Question 27. An army lieutenant neglects to file a report on a civilian killing done by his troops because he knows it was an accident.
That's not okay.
Not okay at all, right? He needs to report that shit.
Yeah.
The principal of a school says that none of her students are allowed to draw Muhammad on the school premise or to bring Muhammad cartoons to school.
I think that's okay.
Interesting. Okay.
Because don't people get in trouble when don't people get
beheaded?
Upset?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it shouldn't be that way. That's why I hit not okay. Fuck them. Draw Muhammad. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But that's this is interesting seeing the differences between me and you.
Yep.
Dan turns up the TV just as his father is talking about his military service.
It's not okay. It's disrespectful.
He's just kind of being a dick.
Yeah. Although I understand why you might turn it up depending on how it's coming across. But yeah, that's sort of disrespectful.
It's like Grandpa Simpson. They used to.
Right.
That was terrible. A Christian bakery refuses to custom decorate a cake with chocolate letters that would carry a pro-gay message.
Oh, this is where my libertarian streak's going to come out. I think that's okay.
You think that's okay?
I don't feel like that's right. I don't know why you would do that, but it's your business, right?
That's a fair that is a fair point. I hit not okay to that, but that's interesting.
Okay. These are hard, man.
I know, right?
Yeah. I'm not okay with that. I don't think that's right. So I should go with not okay. As in, I don't feel like the government should tell them what to do. But yeah, it's not okay to do that. That's such a petty thing.
You changing it to not okay?
Yeah, I'm changing it to not okay.
Okay.
I'm trying to salvage my soul here.
I should have let you just keep it, honestly. I shouldn't have said anything.
Well, these are hard.
They're hard questions. So, and they're only going to get harder. These are the last 5, Jeff. You at the thresholds of the morality test, morale foundations test. 5 questions left. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You're doing great. Okay, that's all I can really say. You are doing great. You're really wrapping it up.
Thank
you. In biology class, a human hand preserved in a jar is passed around among the students.
It's okay.
I thought so too, but it's just such a weird question.
It's such a strange question.
Oh, here we go. Okay. This is a little trigger warning for all of our animal loving friends here. Sarah's dog has 4 puppies. She can only find a home for 2 of them. So she kills the other 2 with a stone to the head.
Not okay at the highest level.
No, not at all. I'm sorry you guys even had to hear that question. That question was just like, what the fuck?
That's a tough one. Yeah.
Okay. So, Adam and Beth have been dating for 3 years. Adam is reluctant to have children. So Beth tells him that she is on the pill when she isn't.
That's not okay.
It's not okay. It's totally a breach of trust. Jeff, we're down to question 34 of 36. We got 3 questions left. Are you?
Wow.
You feeling?
This has been a roller coaster ride of emotion.
It really has, and it's only going to get worse from here.
Okay.
Let me tell you about Hannah. Hannah inherited an old flag of her country from her father, but has never used it. One day, when Hannah is cleaning the house, she discovers that she's out of rags. So she uses the flag as a rag to clean the house.
I'm okay with that.
You okay with that? Okay.
A flag is just a thing.
A flag is just a thing. I agree with that. A new action figure becomes all the rage among the boys in Timmy's class. When Timmy's parents get to the store, they buy all of the action figures for Timmy, leaving none for the other children.
Not okay.
Yeah, that's fucking greedy. Okay.
Capitalist pigs.
Okay, Jeff. Are you ready?
All
this
right.
is the last question.
This is my last chance.
Last question of the moral foundations test. Okay, picture this. If you can, close your eyes.
All right.
Julie asks her friends not to fraternize with her ex-boyfriend, Jake, since he cheated on her with other women. 3 weeks later, Jules's friend Melissa is dating him.
She asked people not to fraternize with her ex.
Because he cheated on her. And then 3 weeks later, one of her friends is dating him.
These are complicated. I'm going to say not okay, but not the strongest not okay.
You think like just the moderate?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they're no longer dating, but I get the loyalty friendship thing there.
Right. I mean, I think for me, it's like she specifically like set a boundary and like.
Right.
Didn't,
She didn't follow the boundary.
Yeah. All right, Jeff.
Was that it?
That was it.
Did we get there?
We got there.
So I would like what we're going to do, he's not going to tell me the results. So I will hear for the first time the results when you hear the results. So there's no way for me
you don't want to hear them?
Wow. No, we're going to do them live on the air, recorded.
Okay.
Tape delay. Live tape delay on the air.
Tape delay on the air.
Yeah. So you will find out who I really am.
Mm-hmm. And we can explain the how the different because again it's based on care, fairness, loyalty, authority, purity, and liberty.
Right. Yes.
And then it does kind
So
of.
y'all are going to find
Yeah.
some things out about me. I mean, you might find out that I'm a monster.
I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's looking like results. I'll tell you that much.
Well, this has been one of the more enjoyable episodes just because of the unknown factor of what we're doing here. I didn't have any idea what the questions would be, and they're very interesting questions. You could have discussions in philosophy class about some of these questions.
Oh yeah, you can. Yeah, that's why I was like really into it, honestly. I thought it was a really cool just idea of like we're doing this thing.
Yeah.
Let's see, I'm actually just screenshotting some of these and saving them right now. But
yeah,
I thought it was a fun thing to bring to you because I thought I don't know, I had fun with it.
Yeah, this was sort of a fun, lighter episode. We talked about some childhood memories. We found out about morality.
We saw Jeff answer a lot of really fucked up questions because that's essentially what it was.
Yeah. It's great, man. This has been fun.
I like this. Yeah, I thought this was a good episode. But I guess it's reached its logical conclusion on this cliffhanger. So tune in to where you listen to podcasts next episode after this one. And from all of us here at Everything is Traumatic, I am Tyler.
And I'm Jeff.
And tune in next week for the results and take care of yourself.